Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay inspired to wise up and rise up above these narcissists. With that being said, at the end of the day, if you find value or you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. What that does is that helps with the algorithm to get this video out there to more people who need to hear this video, hear this message, to help inspire them to wise up and rise up above their narcissist. So if you clicked on this video, you want to know more about why is it that the narcissist seems happier after discarding you, or at least wants you to believe that they're happier, right? And how do they do this? They post up on their social media as if they have the best life ever, right? They might be, showing off their new supply to all their friends, their family members, right? Might be telling you, if you're co-parenting, telling you how better their life is without you, rubbing it in your face. Why do they want you to believe that they're having such a happier and better life? Is because they want to cling on to the story as proof that you were the problem. You were the monster. You were the issue, right? So if they cling on to the story that they're doing way better off without you, and you're crying over them, and you're hurt over them, and you want them back, they cling on to that story that you were the problem, right? And through you wanting them, I know it's sick and messed up, but through you wanting them, they knew what they were doing with your mindset and your emotions from the get-go when they would gaslight you, love bomb you, gaslight you, love bomb you. They knew that they would have control over your mind and your emotion doing those tactics. So when they see that, they can discard you and come back whenever they feel like it, that's why they want you to believe that they're having this happier life and happier without you. So then, first of all, that'll make you feel more like shit, because they know that when they make you feel like shit, they'll have more access and control to come back whenever they freaking feel like it. And second of all, again, it gives them ammunition to show family members, show friends that you were the problem. Because if they were the problem, why would you be crying and wanting them back, right? And if they were the problem, then they would not have been the ones to leave you. So they live this happier life to show to everybody else that I'm so much more happier without him, because they were the problem that was causing me to be angry, frustrated, and not live a happier life. And I can prove that because they're crying and they're begging back for me. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, it just gives them ammunition to their story to prove that you were the problem and they weren't the issue. I remember, if you guys are new to my page, I used to be in an 18 years narcissistic relationship. When I seen that my ex left me randomly for his new supply, literally, he would say to my face, oh, you were this and you were that, and you're the reason I picked up and left, and da 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 da. And because they see that you're hurt and you're crying and you're begging and want to be back with them because of what they put you through, it's like at the end of the day, my ex would go around and be like, yeah, Tracy put me through all this. She did this to me. She did that to me. And never admit any of his flaws, of him mentally and emotionally abusing me, him putting his hands on me, he would never say anything that he did. It was always me. And because he's the one that found a new supply before I found anybody, it made him look like he was never the issue. It was always me, because here he is having a new supply, new relationship, showing everybody that he's happy-go-lucky, and me here, like, what the fuck just happened, having to pick up the pieces and healing myself and fixing myself after that abuse. You know what I mean? So again, that's how they go with the story. That's how narcissists go with the story when they discard you, because they feed themselves the story to stroke their ego that they were never the issue. They never did nothing wrong to you, and it was always you. The next reason why they want to make it seem like they are so happy after they discard you, right? And they get a new supply is because at the end of the day, imagine the narcissist has a very childlike mentality. So at the end of the day, imagine again, a child. I love to use this analogy. Imagine a child that gets this shiny new toy. They wanted this toy for so bad. They worked so hard on it. They did everything to get this toy. Finally got the toy, and they're super happy. They're super excited. But what happens to the toy after a while? The happiness, the excitement, the kid being so good to get that toy, all deteriorates down. And little by little, you start seeing, the child throwing a tantrum or, getting upset or frustrated because they maybe want a new toy or they get bored of that toy. So you start seeing the kid acting out because maybe they want another toy and they're bored of that toy and they don't want to play with that toy anymore. It's the same thing with you being on the other end of a person who has a personality disorder of narcissism. They look at you as an object. All you are is supply to them. Supply that they want to play with, and they get excited when they first have it because remember, when the narcissist tries to get somebody to love them and care for them and be there for them, and it's all just but love bombing. And through the love bombing phase, they're excited because it's exciting. They have somebody new that doesn't know their true colors, that doesn't know the wrong that they did, doesn't know the bad sides of them that did. So they can put on this whole brand new mask and be this whole brand new person and be super excited acting this new role of playing with this new person and not have to admit any of their wrongs, not have to own up to anything, not have to look at what they did wrong in the mirror. They don't have to look at nothing. They can literally put on a whole brand new mask and be a whole brand new person. And for them, that's exciting because they get to be brand new. They don't have to look inward. They don't have to, they get excited. They get to play with the new toy, be this new person, and not have to do no inner work, not have to lose out on anything because they found somebody new, right? A new shiny object to play with. So obviously they're going to appear to be super happy and super, excited because at the end of the day, that person doesn't know their true colors. And that person is stroking their ego, making them feel like they're the best person on this earth because they don't know the true sides of the narcissist yet because of the love bombing phase. So of course the narcissist is going to look super happy-go-lucky when they discard you and they get a new supply, or even if they just discard you and they're out there fooling around, doing whatever they want, because at the end of the day, they know that they can do whatever they want and not have to own up to any of their shit. And that brings them happy and joy at that moment. You got to understand, they have a personality disorder. So for them, happiness is only temporary. This is why it's so easy for them to move on like this. Because again, their happiness is only temporary. They constantly need their ego to be stroked, constantly need to be getting supply in order to be happy. They cannot be happy alone. They cannot be happy by themselves. And that's because of their personality disorder. So at the end of the day, if you're caught up and you're focusing on so much on why is the narcissist happy with their new supply, and why do they look so happy when they're not with me no more, even if they didn't have a new supply, but they're happy, they're going out with their friends, they're traveling, they're doing this or whatever it is that they're doing, and you think that they're so happy, understand that these people will never truly be happy because of their personality disorder. I'm not just saying that just to say it. It's a proven fact scientifically. Because of their trauma and because of them departmentalizing their feelings, they don't know how to function to be truly happy. Because to be truly happy, you have to do the inner work of a lot of trauma that these narcissists have. And they don't want to do the inner work. They don't want to own up to anything that they do wrong. They don't want to own up to feeling the emotions that they need to feel in order to tap into the true happiness within. So what do? Move to different supplies. Find supply, be in a relationship where that person's going to supply their every need. And when they see you starting to not supply that every need, they move on to the next. And that's just how it works. They will milk that supply dry until that supply can't take anymore. And I'm one of them. I stood with my ex narcissist for 18 years until I couldn't give anymore. That had to tap out. So at the end of the day, that narcissist can be with somebody for 20, 30. I hear people talking about their marriages. They've been in one for 20, 30 years. They will milk you dry until they see that they can't get, that supply from you anymore. Because it's not about emotions. It's not about love. It's about supply. And when they know that they can have one that they can milk till they turns dry and keep getting supply from you, then they'll keep sucking you dry. So at the end of the day, focus on understanding that. Instead of focusing on them being happy, looking happy, showing up on all the social medias. Trust me, I've been there. When my ex-narcissist got his new supply, he looked so happy. His life looked perfect, all this other stuff. And then little by little, when I seen him keep being vindictive, spiteful, and, arguing with me for no type of reason, or always yelling at me and all this other negative shit, I said, ask yourself this, if a person's really happy, truly happy, would they be vindictive? Would they be spiteful, even though you're not with them anymore? Come on, no. If a person's truly happy, they don't feel the need to rub anything in anybody else's face. They don't feel the need that they need to, do triangulation. They don't feel the need that they need to be spiteful. They don't feel the need to, when a person is truly happy internally, they don't have those emotions to do that to other people, because they have no time to focus on the negative. They have the only time to be happy with inside themselves and vibrate love. So you got to break these things down when your ego, your mind is creating these stories of, the narcissist is super happy. They have this amazing relationship and they're doing all this. And that's all your ego creating dumbass stories inside of your mind that are not necessarily true, because you never know what's going on behind closed doors. Let me tell you guys this. When I was in a relationship with my narcissist for 18 years, to the outside world, we were the most happiest family ever. We always went on vacations. We always were going, picnicking to the park, to the zoo, doing all these amazing trips with my daughter. But behind closed doors, he would spit in my face. Sometimes we would be fighting physically. He would disrespect me in front of my daughter. We'd be arguing, yelling, and screaming. I was always forever kicking him out and then taking him back. Nobody's seen that shit behind closed doors, but everybody's seen, this amazing family life that me and the narcissist would have. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Take that into consideration as well. You don't know what's happening behind closed doors with that person and the new supply. And you got to also take into consideration the love bombing phase. Everything's going to be happy-go-lucky with the narcissist, because they have to condition the new supply. And if they show them their anger, their vindictiveness, their manipulation and spitefulness, that person is going to be like this in a heartbeat. So what do they have to do? They have to portray a happy version of themselves to the new supply to condition them. And that's through love bombing. So of course, on the other end, you're going to see them act as if they're the happiest person on this earth. I just broke it down to you why they are truly not really happy. And I just broke it down to you on why they portray that. Keep those stats. I always tell people who watch my videos or educate themselves about narcissism, stand in the facts. You have to stand in the facts. If you want to heal, if you want to evolve, if you want to grow, if you want to let go of this person, if you want to stop feeling the pain within inside of yourself, if you want to stop thinking about this person, you have to stand in the facts to understand who this person is. They have a personality disorder. They have patterns. They have traits. And you are not the only one out there that's experiencing this. I'm here telling you that I've experienced it. There's many more people out there that are experiencing it. So at the end of the day, what you experience with this person is not normal. It is not normal. This person has a personality disorder and you do deserve better, but you have to see it within inside of yourself first that you deserve better. And until you see that you deserve better and that it's not about the narcissist and them being happy, it's not about them, it's about you. How can we create your happiness? How can we, let go of focusing on that person who's living a fake life and who will always live a fake life because they don't give them a chance for themselves to look inward because of their high ego and their personality disorder, that you can focus on you, on your healing to become truly happy, because it all starts with inside of you. Again, that I tell people all the time, the narcissist only came here in your life to teach you valuable lessons of self. Let's learn the lessons and wise up and rise up above these narcissists. Thank you so much for tuning in this video. I hope that this has inspired you and motivated you in some sort of way to not fall into that dark hole of constantly thinking about how the narcissist is happier without you. Trust me, I've been there and it sucks ass. Does not feel good. And we are only beating ourselves up and becoming our own worst enemy by focusing so much on their happiness and not focusing on our happiness and our healing and loving on ourselves and being there for ourselves. Because the more you stand in the facts, the more you take the focus off of them and put the focus on you, is the more faster you're going to become healed and level up where they're, trust me, I believe in God, and God says that he will give you a seat in front of your enemies. Trust something like that. So trust me, they will eventually watch and see how much you grow and you elevate, and trust and believe. It's not about showing off to them or being spiteful and showing that it's not about them. But at the end of the day, people are just as much as like you're watching them, they're watching you. And it's all about elevating. And once you elevate, ain't nobody can stop your growth after that. That person can never have control over your mind, your emotions, your body, nothing, no more when you elevate. And that's the level you want to get at. It's to be like, this person can't take up space rent-free in my mind no more. This person cannot have control, because that's what the narcissists love to do. They love to condition you to have control over your mind and your emotions, to affect you mentally and emotionally. That's how they fuck with you. So the best way you can gain back your power is to gain back control over your mind and your emotions by focusing on you and standing in the facts. The Wise Up, Rise Up community is going to help you do that. Join the Wise Up, Rise Up community today if you feel that you experience narcissistic abuse. Join my podcast. It's on Anchor. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Play. Join my YouTube, obviously my YouTube channel. Join my TikTok. It's growing massively, amazing. I post at least 3 videos a day on my TikTok to keep you inspired and motivated. Join my TikTok. Join my Instagram channel. You guys, join my Facebook group, supportive group to support you. Listen, I'm giving you guys all the tools and all the tips and all the knowledge to wise up and rise up above these narcissists. Make sure you're doing it for you, because you, whoever's watching this, you're a queen, you're a king, and you deserve the world. But only you can obtain all what it is that you desire and all that you want by healing you, working on you and focusing on you. Thanks so much again for you guys tuning in. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about this video. And again, let's wise up and rise up above these narcissists.